having a strong PvP leader, that's worth like 20 people. I'm not even kidding. It's worth like 20 people. It's super important to have. And I've seen the difference between having organization and having a plan and not, and being able to get people to execute that plan.
There's a lot of factors at play here, but personally, I just don't feel like it's the right decision for Blizzard to open up character migration for a lesser faction on a big server. Like, just because they want to empty out a server, not necessarily empty out a server, but they want to reduce the population of a specific server, it doesn't make sense to me that they would open up character migration for the lesser faction on that server. Like, fundamentally, that just doesn't really make sense to me. It's like on Faralina right now. I don't understand why. Okay, maybe Faralina is a bad example because Faralina does have so many other elements to it and it's such a massive server. But let's say, pick any random server, right? Anything. Okay, Fairbanks or something like that, right? Fairbanks is probably Horde dominated. I'm not 100% sure.
I have no idea.
This isn't literal. We're just, for sake of conversation, let's say Fairbanks is like 60% Horde and then 40% Alliance, let's say. Why? I don't understand why Blizzard would open up Alliance transfers off of that server. Like, I don't understand why they would create that scenario to begin with. It just doesn't make sense fundamentally.
It doesn't make sense. Here's why I think Blizzard might have done it. I think Blizzard might have done it because they looked at the people that are playing on that server and they saw the people that were playing on that server were unsubscribing and no longer playing the game. And they figured that it would be better to allow them to transfer off to preserve them playing the game at all and sacrifice the server to continue to get all of these people to play the game. That's what I think it could have been. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Obviously, if Horde is fully content having, a clear advantage on a server and Alliance is most likely struggling or, feeling kind of depressed with the environment, the moment they open up those gates, they're opening up the floodgates and a ton of people are going to leave. On Alliance specifically, Hordes are probably going to stay for the most part because it's a great environment for them.
Yeah.
And it's just going to lead to maybe 70-30 or, 65-35. It's just going to make the situation even worse. It's going to exacerbate the problem. So this to me is very obvious. Like, I don't understand how they don't see this. There was tons of videos right before Phase 2 hit. They opened up character transfer or character migration on a...
They already have... The thing is, like, Blizzard, they already have a model for what's going to happen whenever you have imbalances like this. Because they already had War Mode. And War Mode, you can opt into it and opt out of it dynamically. So, and completely at your own will whenever you want. So basically, what ended up happening is that the extremes just got so extreme that no Alliance played War Mode anymore. Like, people called it Horde Mode. That's how serious it was. So the exact same thing happened in retail, which is why I thought it was pretty bad that Blizzard made the same mistake again in Classic and they didn't try to create some sort of fail-safe to prevent it from happening.
Ton of servers right before Phase 2 hit. And there was a bunch of people making videos, smaller YouTube channels, and just people in general on the forums, on the subreddits that were saying, like, why the hell are they doing that? It just doesn't make any sense. And I feel like that did shift. Like, if you were watching I know that the census information that we have, or the information based on raid logs that shows the different faction balance on different servers. I think the website's called like something Ironforge, is based off logs. It's not highly accurate, but the moment you saw that Blizzard implemented those free character migrations right before Phase 2, the red bars on PvP servers were slightly shifting over.
Yep.
It wasn't a massive mass exodus of the servers for Alliance, but it's been slowly creeping. And I guess the bubbles kind of burst on servers like Flamelash.
Yeah, as soon as guilds transfer,
I don't think
that's
this is good for either side. I mean, Alliance, maybe they're benefiting. Sure, slightly. They might go to another server and it might be better. But Horde is definitely not happy that Alliance is leaving. Like, what are they going to do? There's no Alliance to kill anymore. There's no world PvP dynamic. I feel like faction balance is definitely a super important thing. Like, having a server that's 52-48 or something like that, which is what a lot of private servers were like, just creates a very healthy
that's
PvP
fine.
ecosystem.
That's completely fine.
Even if Horde is slightly stronger, let's say,
that's
just because
100%
they're better organized
fine.
or they have a marginal advantage in
Nothing
terms of
wrong with that
population,
at all.
it still makes the server feel a whole lot better when you don't feel like you're outnumbered at every single corner. It's a win-win situation. It's fun for Horde and it's fun for Alliance. There's no detriment to it. So it just doesn't make sense to me that Blizzard would be doing this. I feel like they should be making a greater effort in trying to create a more balanced population dynamic on all of the servers. Like, it seems like a no-brainer to me. And I don't know if you guys know this, but on my server specifically...
So I'll pause that real quick. I want to say, like, everybody, whenever I was talking about them doing something to prevent from happening, people were saying, like, oh, hashtag no changes, whatever. That battle's already been won. Like, at this point, I think that at a certain level, whenever you have this level of an imbalance and the game becomes completely unplayable for a server, Blizzard should do something. Like, you can't just say no changes for everything, because if you did that, it killed the server. No changes killed that server. Is it better for everyone that one more server is dead? No, I don't think so. Is it better for everyone that the no changes thing happened and, you know, you had world PvP out for over a month before BGs and people ended up quitting the game because they got tired of being ganked over and over and over? I don't think that was good for the game at all. It cost the game a lot of players. And at the end of the day, a healthy community is a large community in general. And not always, but generally I think it is. And having that many people quit the game, where it seems like it's very clear that in Phase 2 a lot of people quit, some of them will come back for BGs, but some of them won't. And that's what really worries me the most.
On Fairlina, Swifty decided that he's leaving as well. And with Swifty leaving yesterday, I'm sure probably most of his guild left, or a lot of people followed him.
A lot of people did, I'm sure.
Maybe even people who aren't in his guild but are just fans of the guy and want to go play where he's at. You know, he left. I think that's a different scenario. I don't really want to cover too much about it. I know a lot of people are salty about it. The guy can do whatever the hell he wants. You know, It's his decision whether, if he's not happy on Fairlina, he could easily just leave. He was probably getting stream sniped. I'm sure there's a bunch of reasons, a myriad of reasons why he actually left.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But the fact that it's even open, like not necessarily specifically just for Swifty and not specifically for Fairlina, because I know that server has a whole lot of baggage. It just doesn't seem smart. Like, we've been struggling already on Alliance, and now it's getting even worse with people being able to migrate. So I know that, I'm pretty sure that they changed it, right? I think you're not allowed to transfer at all for free anymore. I don't know. I have to inform myself on what's going on. But I feel like they should definitely be opening a faction transfer where you can only go to a server if you're Alliance, or you can leave a server if you're Horde. Obviously, only on PvP servers. Yeah. I think that's probably where it's most relevant, but they're mainly Horde dominated. And if we can have, you know, a way to maybe get, you know, some more Alliance players on Fairlina or on Herod, on, you know, whatever server that you're actually playing on, it would help a lot. And I feel like there's only plus sides to that. I know a lot of people have been mentioning things like faction specific queues. I don't know how I feel about that one, although just in general, there's a ton of things that can be done. And I feel like,
look, also right now, like, it might not be as much of an issue now, because
the current state of just, you know, allowing this mass exodus from Alliance players, it just doesn't seem right. And I'm not necessarily, I don't get a good feeling about it. I feel like it's just obviously a bit misguided. So that's pretty much what I got to say. I wanted to spark another conversation. I know these videos, always we get a really nice census of what's going on from the comment section. So what do you guys think about this? Is Blizzard making a mistake when it comes to allowing Alliance players to transfer off Alliance minority servers? Should they just be hands off and let the chips fall where they may? Or, you know, should they maybe start putting in some countermeasures to allow for some faction balance, allow Horde to get off some of the PvP servers?
It's certainly something to consider.
To avoid queues maybe on a big server, or the opposite, allow Alliance players to come onto that realm and maybe try to balance things out a little bit. What's your thoughts? I really want to hear them in the comments like usual. And with that said, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill, soldiers. And I'll see you on the next one.
Okay.
Peace.
So, I don't know, like I don't know if they can even create balance at all at this point because of how popular, what do you call it? Because why do I get these fucking normie videos? Like a pizza ad from SNL? I don't want to watch a fucking pizza ad from SNL. Holy shit. It doesn't matter, right? Let's see. Not logged in. I have no idea. I am logged in though. I don't know why they're not. Why it's not giving me the videos that I've clicked on, dude. I have no idea. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter anyway. The point is eliminating the characters in server for Horde. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Obviously. Too much fast food confirmed. Watch Platinum WoW. Why do I kill them? Okay, listen. We'll do one more video and then I'll do a few death rolls. Okay, guys. Let me find a good one for me to pick, and that way I don't do something that's bad, all right? Where the fuck is it? I had like a bunch of other videos that I was ready to look at, but I didn't know where the hell they are now. Okay, this is another one of the classic WoW Phase 2 videos. I don't want to go through that. I think Phase 2 is basically over now, so who gives a shit?